Yo, what's good? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching this video. It's your boy ZTV back here with another video as I'm enjoying this down south weather. You know what I'm saying? I'm still out here on my vacation. I won't be back in California until Sunday morning. Not Sunday morning, but it's gonna be Monday morning. Yeah, I leave Sunday, but I won't be back until Monday morning. I should be getting back home around 12:30, 12:15 or something like that. My flight got changed, unfortunately. You know, there's certain things that's out of my control. So I'm gonna get back to doing a lot more videos. It's just I've been real busy with just like work, school. You know, I'm trying to graduate this fall with my AA degree. And then my work, you know, my job keeps me very busy, especially working in the medical field where you got to deal with a whole lot on a daily basis. But I want to talk about this Malika Andrews. Yeah, I want to talk about Malika because I feel that Malika Andrews needs to be disciplined in some type of way, in some form of fashion. She needs to be checked. And if I'm one of the presidents, or if I'm the owner of ESPN, all right, me and Malika are going to have a serious conversation. And people need to understand why she does this. And it could be a number of different reasons. I just saw a video by Eli Rogers. And Eli Rogers is somebody who went to school with her in Utah, to a preparatory school. You know, it's a boarding school that he went to with her. He attended when he was younger. And he started saying some things about Malika. And some of the stuff he said, it looks like it could be actually true. And who the type of woman Malika is. Now, according to Eli Rogers, Malika's the type of woman that if she don't like you, for whichever reason, if she disagree with you, she gonna find a way to get rid of you. She's somebody that'll use you. She'll, you know what I'm saying, she'll use you for whichever reason, for her pleasure, get what she want out of you, then she'll find a way to get rid of you. And it sounds like she's the type of woman that if you don't bow down to her, if you don't kiss her, you know what, right? If you don't get down on your knees for her, she's going to find a way to remove you. You know, she's a woman that don't like to be around a lot of masculine energy. And you can tell that. Because the majority of people who got fired, like Jalen Rose, for example, you had Bonami Jones, Max Kellerman. The majority of men that were all fired, that were let go from ESPN, these are masculine men. You know, they got families, right? They're masculine. They're straightforward with who they are. But she got rid of all of them are gone. It's a majority of them are gone. But I find it funny that they didn't remove Malika. Because after the stuff that Malika has done, like, this is a Malika that will talk about an athlete like Brandon Miller that just got drafted, right? Ime Udoka and Mike Mazzullo, both coaches. Udoka just got the job at Houston, but when he was fired from Boston, right? She brought up your criminal background, your past. She's known for doing this. Mike Mazzullo gets hired. The moment she did was went to this man's criminal background. There's another athlete that passed away, another basketball player that played for a number of different teams that passed away, I think a year ago, either this year or last year, and she brought up his criminal background. So she's known to do this. This woman who will bring up your criminal background, your past. But when it comes to a Caucasian athlete or coach, for example, Lou Walton, she didn't have the same energy. So whoever, the people she don't like, she gonna get rid of. She's very biased in that regard. And according to Eli Rogers, this is a woman who's not even qualified to even be on ESPN. She has no prior sports experience. It's not like she actually went to school to even do this. She has no college, no university experience, nothing. But she wants to argue and talk down on other people, even Stephen A. Smith. And going at Stephen A. Smith, to me, that was just disrespectful. Like, I understand that Stephen A. Smith got a reputation, that a lot of people don't like him for whichever reasons, but going at that man, trying to tell that man what to do, and he's older than her, And this is Stephen A., who's old enough to be that woman's father. Like, she has no respect, but she's a woman that's very manipulative. Eli even said that she had a guy named Alex she dated. They was at the movie theater and she had Alex finger her. And then next thing you know, she went back to the principal of the school and had him suspended for sexual molestation, or rape, whatever you want to call it. So no, Malika is a woman who's, again, very manipulative. She's somebody that has a problem with men, it's particularly black men. I'm gonna throw that out there because the primary people she talk about and bring up the negative past is black men. She don't talk about no other race the same way. I mean, there was another writer for ESPN that passed away. She didn't break up his past at all. I noticed this, and this is a woman who's supposedly married to a Caucasian man. So not only do we gotta start looking at Malika, we also gotta start looking at ESPN in that regard too, because if she's reading from a teleprompter doing this, like, why would you even have that on there? You see? But Malika, man, like, she don't have to do this. Like, you have to have some type of integrity. But this woman obviously has a lot of issues, something going on upstairs. Because black men ain't the problem. We ain't not the issue. And I think it's disrespectful for her to be bringing up people's past. Even Brandon Miller, that man wasn't even acquitted for that. He was found not guilty. He had nothing to do with that supposed woman's death. Now, his friends or homies he was hanging out with was responsible for that, but not him. Brandon Miller's situation is the same as Ray Lewis's. Because oftentimes people like to call Ray Lewis a criminal. He a murderer, but again, Ray Lewis beat his case because Ray Lewis wasn't involved in actual murder. He didn't pull the trigger. Now, the people he's associated with did it, but they all testified, said Ray had nothing to do with it. And if you look at Ray Lewis, man, his actions say otherwise. Ray Lewis's entire career, that man has kept it positive. I guarantee you, Ray Lewis has kept it positive his entire career. Ray Lewis is a man of God. He's a Christian. You know, his mom, his parents raised him to be Christian, man of God. Look at Ray Lewis's entire football career. The man's entire Hall of Fame career, he's kept it positive. Nothing but good that came out of that man in the community. Okay? Yeah, Big Ray. Number 52 from the Baltimore Ravens. Linebacker, right? All Hall of Fame linebacker. Ray Lewis' entire career, he's kept it positive. He's been an inspiration to people everywhere. That's why when that whole Colin Kaepernick thing went down with him trying to say the NFL blackballed him, when Ray Lewis was trying to talk to Steve Bisciotti and John Harbaugh, Jim's brother, about signing him on the team, right? And Ray Lewis really stuck his neck out, really tried to help Kaepernick. Kaepernick gonna allow his girlfriend to talk down on that man. She got no backlash for that neither from his supporters. I didn't like that, man. I was slow down. And people know how I feel about Kaepernick, but that was low down. Kaepernick didn't apologize. Kaepernick didn't have that man's back. So Ray Lewis has kept it positive. Ray Lewis has showed that he's not a criminal. And I can guarantee let's say if something happens to Ray Lewis, let's say Ray Lewis is to get a job for whichever football team, let's say if he gets a coaching job for the NFL, or he becomes an owner, like Michael Jordan recently was, or let's say he gets an executive position, or let's say he becomes an analyst on ESPN, Malika gonna be bringing up his negative past. She gonna be talking about that case. I can guarantee her. She gonna be talking about that man's background, the stuff he went through before he left Miami or before he got drafted to the NFL. She's gonna bring that up. No, Malika is somebody who's, again, biased. She hates black men for whichever reason. And maybe because it's her father. Because the woman looks like she could be like a mulatto, biracial, or mixed. You know, she looks like she could have one of her parents could be white and black. Daddy could be black, mama could be white. And maybe the daddy left out on her mama. And she's pissed off. I don't want to make allegations. I don't want to say things like that here, but it's obvious. You know, it's real obvious what's going on. Because why would every time a black man gets acknowledged, every time a black man gets a come up, right, he gets a job, every time a black man gets an accomplishment, you know, why do you have to bring up his past? But it could be something that's going on at home, something she experienced. And she was a troubled child, according to Eli Rogers. This woman is very out there. Let's just say that she was easy. She's one of those type of girls. She's one of those type of girls that like to look good. They purposely look good so they can get them men. They get them a boy. She's very active in that regard, even sexually. He even said this. Eli Rogers even said this is a Malika Andrews that used to drink hand sanitizer, like some stupid stuff. I'll tell you, man, this generation is weird. This younger generation behind mine is weird. Because why would you drink hand sanitizer? That's like drinking rubbing alcohol. That's just like nasty. But yeah, that's the type of woman she is. So she definitely has a couple of screws loose upstairs. But my issue is, this woman has no business on TV. She has no prior sports experience. The woman don't know how to call nothing down the line, down the middle. She's too biased, right? And even when it came down to Russell Westbrook leaving the Lakers, and I know what that was really all about. Malika was talking to Russell Westbrook negatively like everybody else. So no, this woman has a problem. Malika Andrews should not be on TV. If it was up to me, Malika Andrews would be gone. I would have replaced her already. She need to really seriously get replaced. I'll replace her with an intern that's either a college basketball, something like a woman that's actually played some type of sports, whether track and field, volleyball, soccer, baseball. I'll replace her with one of them. Ain't no way in the world Malika gonna still be on the network after them past incidents. This has been going on for the last 2 years, where that woman has said something negative about black men. Even that Jalen Rose. Now you can see on camera, if you slow it down in slow motion, you can see Jalen Rose. At the end of the day, this man was married to Malika Andrews recently. Okay, you didn't see Jalen Rose get sexual with Molly at all. Nowhere in public. You didn't see Jalen Rose touch Molly's booty, right? When he cuffs it, like any other married man or boyfriend. When it came down to Molly, he was respectful. Jalen Rose is, again, a Hall of Famer, an ex-NBA athlete that's played with basketball numerous years. Why would that man touch her armpits? That's just weird, man. First of all, an armpit is the last place any man will be touching out of any woman. Now, yeah, the tits, the booty, right? The down there, below the belly button, right? Them places where men have been known to touch women, and even inappropriately, for sexual harassment. But ain't no man, what man would touch a woman's armpits? I'm still trying to figure that out. If you look at where Jalen Rose's arm, his hands, all five of his fingers was on her shoulder. That man was nowhere under her armpits at all. Not even Richard Jefferson. Richard Jefferson ain't touching that. And Richard Jefferson is a married man. I guarantee you, Malika Andrews is not who Richard Jefferson is attracted to. Okay? But I believe Malika did that on purpose. Because it's obvious she don't like Jalen. For whichever reason, her and Jalen got into it off camera. And Jalen, and you notice how Jalen was respectful too. That man would not do anything negative against her. He called that woman his sister. But this is what she does. I believe she meant to do that. She meant to get Jalen Rose fired. She wanted to say something to get that man removed. And I'm gonna say this too, because this is really starting to get on my nerves. Now, when somebody such as myself or any other body holds a woman accountable, that doesn't mean we hate women. I'm going to address that now. I don't hate women. I don't have a problem with women. But I have a problem with a woman using her power, using her ability to try to get somebody, put down, get somebody in trouble for no reason. That's what I have a problem with. I don't have a problem with women because I'm checking somebody like Malika. Because Malika need to be checked. If you're wrong, you're wrong. So me blaming Malika for all the wrong she's doing, that don't mean I have a problem with women. Because see, we going into a time now where there's no masculinity. Men can't step up for themselves. They're giving women too much power, too much control, man, too much authority. And you see, it's bad enough that the courts, right, the court system we living in, especially in this country alone, women already are believable. They believe women over the men. The judges are already like biased towards men. When it comes down to child support rate, right? There's too many people. There's other people like Brian Banks that are in jail now and still can't be let out. They try to prove their innocence and can't. Yeah, now Brian Banks, that's a true story. Now, it was on the grace of God he got let out after all that time he spent. But there's other people who weren't as fortunate as Brian Banks. He didn't have the lawyer he was able to find. But no, it's women like Malika Andrews that's a problem in this country. Women like that get men in trouble all the time. It's women like Malika Andrews that get men's children taken away from them. It's women like Malika Andrews that manipulates things, right, on purpose. Because she's definitely spiteful. But how she did Jalen Rose didn't deserve that. Come on now. That man has never done anything wrong like that in his life. So why would you do something like that? Again, she don't like Jalen for whichever reason. Too masculine. And see, we have a president and Joe Biden. Well, again, he's down for that femininity. He represents the LGBTQ. Now, I don't got nothing against them, but again, for like somebody that's real masculine, manly, that's not their gender no more. Right? Men like that can't be represented no more. Which says a lot about who she's married to. And there's no disrespect to him, but it's obvious. In that relationship, Malika is the one that's got the pants on. She runs stuff. But no, I don't hate women. So those who gonna say I hate women because I'm holding Malika Andrews accountable and I'm saying she should be fired too, she should lose her job because of her past actions, that's not me hating on women. But yeah, she is to blame for a lot of what's wrong with ESPN. Let's just keep it real. Because let's be honest, man, had any other person done this, again, any one of those analysts, like even if Stephen A. Smith, right, he would have been fired. If Stephen A. Smith do the same thing that Malika been doing, bringing up people's criminal backgrounds while he's announcing them and talking about them, he'd be gone. Any other person, that'd be fired. So to the people watching this video, man, Malika is doing things that other people be gone for. They'll be getting canceled. Any other man do the things she be doing, he'd be gone. Come on now. Every time Malika come on there, every time a black man, a young man gets drafted, gets a come up, right, a big contract, every time a coach gets a job, she bring up their criminal backgrounds. That stuff that has nothing to do with what people are talking about and what people want to hear. They got family. Like, for example, Brandon Miller had family watching that program, watching them get drafted. His mom, pops, his siblings, right, his brothers and sisters, his cousins, his homies, they all watching the program and she bringing it up. They don't want to hear that. And see, if I was the Charlotte Hornets, I was Jordan, I'll be complaining. I'm like, look, I don't like the way she's on. Matter of fact, if you got in silver, you got to start stepping up. You got to start speaking up. If I'm out in silver, man, he need to do the right thing. Any executive for the NBA board, the Players Association, right? Y'all need to start speaking up. They need to start coming against Malika Andrews, banding together. Now, if all these people band together against Malika, they have to remove her. That's what needs to happen. Because we can't have somebody like Malika Andrews on TV no more. I'm sorry, man, that can't happen. Because that woman is pissing a lot of people off. Every time she opens her mouth, right, and it's always something negative. She always got to break up people's past. It's like I believe she purposely does that. Like, my opinion, and this is my opinion, that woman purposely tell whoever she works with in the mornings or whoever, when they about to do a segment, she tells the people what to put on the board. They gave her full control to talk about what she wants to talk about. Now, it's not just the producers telling this. They'll tell her to do the topic, but Malika's in control of who she's talking to or what she puts on there, right? And I believe Malika's doing a lot of this stuff on her own. No, she does this stuff on her own, and because she looks good, and this is another reason why I believe she's around for so long. And it's real obvious. The woman is obviously eye candy, right? Now, she's married to a man that has some type of juice with ESPN. He pretty much worked for the company. Let's keep it real. While she's around like she is, she's eye candy, right? She's a very attractable woman, to certain people out there. Because ESPN still gets a lot of views. And I believe they have not found Malika's replacement, or they refuse. They're not trying to find a replacement. She's eye candy. Now, there are people that lust after that. So the main reason why she's around for so long, because she's obviously she could be doing things behind the scenes to keep her job. Because some women do that. And I'm not trying to be disgusting. I ain't trying to be nasty on this video, but let's just call it for what it is. There are women out there that will do anything to keep their jobs. I mean anything. Whether sexual or not. And this is just allegedly, but I believe she's doing certain things. She's volunteering certain favors to keep her job. Because there should be no reason. And even then, man, look at Kari Champion. She gone, right? You know what I'm saying? Rachel Nichols had that other woman fired, right? Now, Rachel Nichols is gone. I think Rachel Nichols voluntarily quit. But, again, look what's going on. Right? Joy Taylor gone. Like, come on now, man. Let's look at all the other women from the past. None of them did what Malika Andrews have done. Joy Taylor didn't do what she did. Kari Champion never did what she did, right? I'd rather have Kari Champion back, to be honest. I want Kari Champion on ESPN 1 with Stephen A. Smith. I'd rather have her talking all the time. I'd rather have somebody, give me Lisa Leslie. Matter of fact, I'll take Candace Parker. Not even Candace Owens, but Candace Parker. But even Candace Owens, you don't see Candace Owens. I know a lot of people don't like her, but Candace Owens ain't bringing up people's negative background if she was doing that. And there's a lot of people don't like Candace Owens neither. But I would rather have Candace Parker on ESPN on a daily. She's almost halfway retired anyway. Give me Candace Parker. Yeah, give me that. I would rather have Candace Parker on ESPN every single day because Candace Parker is a WNBA athlete. The woman won championships. That woman just won a championship for the Chicago Sky, if I'm not mistaken. When she came over there. She's from Chi-Town, so she just won a championship for her hometown. No, give me that. But no, it's obvious, man. Malika Andrews is doing things off camera to keep her job. I believe they probably done told her what was going on. They done told her the ratings is bad. People are complaining, but she's doing things and desperate. And plus, she looks good. She has a cute face. She got a cute face, banging body. So, again, man, some people out there get weak to that. But that woman don't need to be on there no more. And I said it now. Malika Andrews needs a reality check. If that woman want to keep her job, she got to get counseling. Like, I'm talking about she got to seek some therapy. She got to get some type of help because what she doing is wrong. That's not how you conduct. That's not professional at all. You know, that's not how you conduct business. You know what I'm saying? How she perceives certain athletes, you don't do that, man. When somebody like Mike Mazzulla or Ime Udoka get a job, right? Even Mark Jackson. Now, Mark Jackson just recently got fired too. But let Mark Jackson get hired as a head coach and see will she bring up his negative past. And again, Mark Jackson is an actual deacon. He's a minister. That man's constantly talking about Jesus every day. But once again, if he gets another job, right? Let's see, he becomes a head coach of whichever team out there that's struggling. They hire him, right? Watch what Malika Andrews does. She's gonna find something negative to say. She go, this is a man who got fired from Golden State football for whichever reason, right? He gonna bring up the stuff he happened in Golden State. I guarantee you, she gonna do that. Like this is a woman who don't like black men, and it says a lot about her because you do got those types of people that's mixed race. They love one side and hate the other. So maybe it could be the fact that that woman just don't like black people, period, because again, it comes to her whoever her mother's daddy's side is. That's what it could be. It could be just resentment. But my thing is, man, no, Malika don't need to be on it no more. Yeah, replace her with Candace Parker. Give me Candace Parker. That's what I want. I want Candace Parker. Give me somebody like Candace Parker. Give me Lisa Leslie. Right? Give me somebody like that. I even take Sue Bird over her. You know, Sue Bird even got some backlash in the past, but I'll take anybody else besides Malika Andrews. Give me other woman. Carrie Chapman, I would love to have Carrie Chapman back, especially on first take. Because Malika Andrews, I'm sorry, man, that's not doing ESPN no favors. It's only making things worse. But no, man, but shouts out to Eli Rogers. I believe what that man's saying is true. Because Malika is very manipulative. I told you that. This woman purposely does things because, again, she don't like masculinity. A man that steps up for themselves, she don't like. Just like she threw Kendra Perkins out of there, man. That was low down. I'm surprised Kendra didn't say something about it. If I was Kendra, I'm like, look, man, me and her going to have a conversation. I don't care who your husband is. I don't care about who your bosses is, the producers. I don't care, man. Me and her going to have a talk. Malika do me like she did Kendra Perkins. We're going to have a talk as soon as that show's over. And I don't give a damn who watching. Y'all could call security. I don't care. And I'll talk to Malika on some G stuff. See, maybe that's the problem too, man. Jalen Rose them and Jalen is hood, right? Maybe that's the problem too. Again, she don't like nobody that's real straightforward with her. And maybe Jalen done told her some things and she got pissed off. That could be the reason too. So y'all got to understand what's going on here. Malika don't like to be talked to. She don't like you checking her. Again, she wants to manipulate things. She wants to be bossy. She knows how to get what she wants. And it's obvious that woman is controlling. She's doing things to keep her job and nobody's removing her. But again, we also got to look at ESPN before I end this video. Because for ESPN to keep her around for that long, again, after what she said about Brandon Miller, right, Ime Udoka, Mike Mazzola. No, it's Jalen Rose. It's multiple instances that keep happening that people are complaining about. So the fact that she's still around like that, it says a lot about them. But we got to start looking at them too. Because to be honest, y'all, I don't even watch ESPN like that no more. I really don't. I don't like watching it no more, man. It's just not the same. ESPN ain't the same no more. It's just not, man. You know, like I said, like all them analysts is going like that. I don't like it. Mark Jackson going, I don't like it. I'm starting to like ESPN. ESPN starting to get boring to me. Them talk shows, I don't watch a lot of that no more. It's getting hard to watch it. But especially with Malika Andrews on there, no, man, I'm good. I definitely don't want to watch it now. Like they got the replacement. That's what I'm gonna say. That program's gonna keep losing ratings. Because there's gonna come a time when people gonna start protesting. But again, that's what I'll do. Like if I'm in the NBA, I'm these players. Like I'll protest. Like we want Malika out of there. Because the woman need to be canceled. Malika Andrews deserves to be canceled. I'm just gonna say it flat out. Because just because you have a problem with black men, you got a problem with men in general for whichever reason, that don't mean you go at people that are innocent that ain't doing nothing to you. At the end of the day, man, these men ain't did nothing. The people she go at ain't said nothing about her. They ain't said nothing negative to her. They just minding their own business. And she brings up their negative past. She brings up their criminal backgrounds like they just like wicked. Like they're evil, man. And I don't like that. But yet when it comes to Caucasian athletes, no, she won't say nothing. She will say nothing the same thing to any other race. The Hispanic athletes, the Samoans, the Caucasian players, she don't bring up their past. If y'all pay very close attention. You pay very close attention because she don't bring up a lot of these other people's stuff. It's always the black man. Every time. Yeah. So it just goes to show you it comes from something outside of the sports. It comes to her past. That woman got a problem with her black family. Maybe that could be it. That woman has a problem with whoever her daddy is. Because she looks like she mixed. That woman could have a Caucasian mother, black father. And she's mad at her black side. Because maybe, like I said, her daddy left her. Right? The daddy was abusive. Who knows? But there's something going on wrong there. There's something psychology not right in her life. And I pray for that woman. Yeah, we gotta pray for Malika. I'll forgive her. Because God wants me to forgive others like he forgave me. But that woman got a lot of issues. So that could be leading to why she hates black men and she despises them. Why she says the things she says. She views all black men as criminals. Because that's what she's actually going as. This is a woman who thinks all black men are criminals. Like even LeBron, right? Let's say LeBron, right? Somebody like Steph Curry. I'm just going to keep it honest. I'm going to keep it real. Because one thing about me is I'm pro-real. No, I'm pro-real, man. I'm not going to be leaving that out. I'm going to go tell you like it is. Let's say any one of these other athletes, like Donovan Mitchell, Damian Lillard, for example. Any one of them be on the come up. They become an owner, a coach. I know LeBron James is getting ready to have a team in Vegas when he retire. Let's say any one of these other black athletes be on the come up and something good happens. She go try to bring up their negative past. Guarantee it's coming. Shaq, right? Even Shaq, right? Now I think Shaq technically owns the Sacramento Kings, but again, let Shaq be a head coach. Yeah, let him get a coaching job. She gonna break up something that Shaq did. I believe she does this on purpose. She tells the people who work on the teleprompters what to put on there. Because there's speculation that ESPN is putting it on there too. So that's what I'm saying. Like, man, some of this is on them. Some of this on them for keeping it around as long, but I believe most of this is her. She's telling her teleprompters what to put on here. That's just sneaking in last minute on the fly. Because why would you bring up a man's like criminal past that is forgotten about and is long gone and is swept on the rug? Why would you do that? Yet you don't see her talking about Tom Brady and Gisele's divorce. Tom Brady's wife left him. They divorced. She ain't gonna talk about you don't see her talk about Tom Brady's divorce at all. And that man retired. And then once you see her bring up anything negative about Tom Brady, Ben Roethlisberger, right? I call him Benny Roth. Big Ben, whatever you want to call that man. Number 7 that played for the Pittsburgh Steelers all that times. That's now retired. You don't see Malika at all bringing up that man's rape charges. Neither is she talking about Peyton Manning. Because Peyton Manning, another one, has been acknowledged. Right? He has been an analyst or a commentator. Him and his brother Eli are involved in different projects. You're going to see her bring up none of the Manning brothers' past. And even Peyton Manning was accused of rape at the University of Tennessee when he was a player for the Volunteers. And you don't see Malika Andrews bringing up his past. I want y'all to all pay attention to that. This is a woman who loves her white side more than she does black. That woman wishes she was a white woman. See, people got to understand the psychological aspect of this too. Again, man, there's something going on with that woman's childhood that she needs to address. Now, that woman needs hands laid on her. If she was to go to church and get hands laid on her, all that, them demons will come out of her, because that's a demon. Y'all got to say that's a serious demon. Hate thyself. But I believe this is what's going on. Something happened in her past where she don't like black people. And that also tells you who her friends are too. This also tells me who she associates with, her circle is. In that woman's circle, she don't got a lot of black people in her circle. Oh no, man. In the neighborhood she's around, she ain't around a lot of black folks. See, around here, man, it's a mixture. You got quite a few black people in this neighborhood. This neighborhood is kind of like mixed. It's balanced. Now, out here in Mississippi, most of the black folks are in Jackson, right? You ain't gonna see Malika Andrews moving into a neighborhood where it's predominantly black. That's also tells me too. Remember, she is married to a Caucasian man. That means her children gonna be light skinned. Her children gonna be looking like Blake Griffin or Mahomes. She got those type of babies, but in her neighborhood ain't too many black folks around. That tells me her family, right? In her family picnics, her family outings. Again, she's mostly with her with the white folks. She's with her Caucasian family. She ain't around her black family like that. There's no disrespect to Malika's biological family. I'm just using this example. I'm making a point. Because again, man, how she talks about black men, black athletes is not the same way. She don't have the same energy as the Caucasian athletes, any other race. Ronaldo, Messi, even them, the soccer players, right? Any topic they bring up in ESPN that revolves her getting involved with it, she never bring up their past. Look, for example, Paul Gasol, right? Paul Gasol got he got an award ceremony. He got his jersey hung up in the Lakers rafters and crypto. He got to Hall of Fame. Malika Andrews had nothing negative to say about Paul Gasol at all. Nothing. She ain't bringing up Paul Gasol cheating on his wife, girlfriend, nothing that Paul Gasol did, she gonna find. And this is stuff she digs up too. She digs up dirt, by the way. That's how she knew so much about Brandon Miller. That's why she knew so much about Mike Mazzulla. Why? Because she dug that stuff up. She goes out of her way to dig stuff up on people. So I want everybody to pay attention. This is why she does. She hates black men because of what happened in her past. That's why I said she needs to see, she's a therapist. Somebody needs to go in there and have a conversation with her and find out the cause of the issue. But if I'm the president of ESPN, if I'm the executives, we're going to have to make a decision. Right? Malika Andrews needs to be suspended until further notice. Like, I would actually suspend Malika for a couple of months, at least 2 or 3 months, and let her get herself some help. I'll let her know, look, if you do this one more time, we got to fire you. But I'm going to suspend you. And I'm going to find, because what I'm going to do is essentially, I'm going to find her replacement. I'm going to find me an intern. I'm going to let Malika Andrews, so I'm going to suspend her for 2 or 3 months, at least 2 months. I'm going to suspend her for 2 months, and I'm going to have somebody else on there. Right? I'm going to contact Candace Parker. Because Candace Parker is already semi-retired. Candace Parker's about to retire anyway. She ain't going to be playing for too much longer. I'm going to somebody like Candace Parker, Lisa Leslie. I'm going to find a woman. You know, so, or even because there's women that like they want to be a commentator. And there's women that purposely want to go in the field that Malika's doing. I'll find me one of those. You know, so I'll put out a resume. I'll put out an announcement saying ESPN is hiring for a female analyst, and see how many resumes I get. And I'll intern somebody fresh out of college. That's what ESPN ought to do. I'll find Malika's replacement immediately. And I'll let Malika know, like, look, we finna replace you. You ain't finna be here that long. Because if you're gonna do her type of field, you gotta be fair. You can't be biased. You gotta be fair towards everybody. If you go talk about somebody's past, talk about every athlete's criminal background. And then that's why I noticed it too. She don't talk about it. She don't do this towards everybody. And she don't do homework. She don't do research, because if Brandon Miller beat his case, right? If he's found not guilty, that should have even been brought up. Again, why would you break up with a man with something that happened in that man's life that people don't forgot about? Would nobody even be talking about Brandon Miller's court case had she not brought that up? Right? But let a non-black athlete be a first-round draft pick. She ain't got nothing negative to say. Right? Even with LeVar Ball, she went hard on him when it came down to Malika Andrews. So again, I don't hate women. I don't hate her. I don't have a problem with women. I got a problem with Malika. Again, women need to be held accountable to just as much as men are. Because there's some women out here that are low down and dirty. And they'll purposely do things in spite that they need to be called out for. I'm just being honest, man. Women like Malika need to be called out. If you're in the wrong, you're in the wrong, period. Why is it men that always got to be held accountable? We got to start holding women accountable too. Because women, oftentimes, they get away with rape charges and don't see no jail time. They can accuse you of raping them. You didn't even touch them. You have no DNA evidence on them, but they'll get away with it. And I'm just talking about for the men that were innocent, that were done wrong. No, we're going to hold men accountable. We got to hold women accountable too. Malika got to go. And what I'll do is, like I said, I'll suspend Malika for at least 2 months. 2 to 3 months. And while Malika's gone, while I'm suspending Malika, I'm going to have a replacement. I'm going to find me the next intern. And if that intern does well, Malika's gone. Now, that's what I would do. Because Malika needs to understand, you don't do that you will do that to black people. You don't do that, man. It's bad enough as it is. People call the NFL, NBA, all these sports, these owners racist, right? That's what I said. They already get a bad rep. They call these owners racist all the time. Yeah, but when somebody, Malika, does what she do, there's something, you know what I'm saying, nobody calls her racist. Nobody gets on her at all. What Malika be doing, that's some Uncle Tom stuff. Now, some people gonna call her a coon. You know, that's their word. But she's an Uncle Tom fool. That woman is racist against black people, against her black side. I'll tell you, man, Malika wishes she was a white woman. I do personally believe that. Like, she has a personal vendetta against black people. Yeah, she goes out of her way to dig up your past. But I believe it's people that she don't like. For whatever reason, Jalen Rose, that situation, she don't like him. He done said something to her, he done checked her, and she had a problem with it. And I believe that's why a lot of some of these other men are gone too. Let's just keep it real. ESPN fired, it's like they clean out. They fired a lot of people, got let go. That a lot of people don't like, man. They're having a problem with. It's just like, for example, man, look at Skip Bayless. The main reason why Skip Bayless is around for as long as he is, because again, he's using white privilege. Skip Bayless, that's an example of white privilege. Because he should have been, honestly, Skip Bayless should have been fired, and Shannon Sharpe should have had to show it to himself. If Skip Bayless would have been going after that DeMar Hamlin incident, because what he said about DeMar Hamlin should have got him canceled. Because when DeMar Hamlin had that heart attack, both football teams was on the knee. They were both sad. Skip Bayless got backlash from multiple athletes. Over 100 athletes came at him on Twitter. So Skip Bayless deserved to have lost his job. I'm gonna be very honest. Skip Bayless should be going. Plus, that man is almost 80-something years old. He's in his 70s. That man is in his mid-70s, almost 80-something years old. Skip Bayless don't really need to be on there no more. And Undisputed is becoming dead anyway. Ain't anybody watching that no more, right? But Skip, the only reason why Skip is still on there because Skip is white privilege. You know, he still got his Caucasian fan base. That's why he's on there. Because Skip is supposedly the biggest thing on Fox Sports 1. When Skip is gone, they act like they ain't got nothing else. Yeah, Skip, another one that honestly needs to retire. Skip needs to sit down. Skip Bayless don't need to be on the airwaves no more. You don't. Like, even that one show on his own podcast, it's him trying to be black, wearing black t-shirt with the chains on, man. Like, you trying to portray a 31-year-old, a 25, 26-year-old. Like, come on now, man. It's ridiculous. And they got the nerve to talk about race. But yeah, that's the same thing applies with Skip Bayless. It's white privilege. And who is Malika Andrews married to? Somebody Caucasian. I don't mean to try to throw race out there, but it's just the truth. This is facts. I don't call nobody racist unless their actions say they are. But yeah, that's why Skip Bayless ain't going from Undisputed. It's just Shannon Sharpe realized he could do he's better off. See, Shannon Sharpe, you ain't gonna keep disrespecting him. And see, that's another thing. Skip Bayless is not an athlete. Y'all gotta understand this too, man. And Skip Bayless has a bad reputation with a lot of athletes. I'm gonna tell you this right off the top. There's a lot of athletes, from Richard Sherman on down, that don't like Skip. They personally they don't like Skip Bayless. That's why you see Skip Bayless don't have a lot of athletes on his show, if you notice. If you pay for close attention, Skip Bayless stopped having athletes on there since he left Stephen A. That was Stephen A. that was getting athletes on his show. But he don't got too many analysts on there no more. Like, a lot of ex-NBA, NFL talent. There's a lot of people that don't want to do an interview with Skip Bayless because of how he is. But Malika Andrews is the exact same way. But see, Malika Andrews does hers differently. Yeah, the only way ESPN gonna get better, Malika Andrews gotta get fired. They gotta let her go. But honestly, what I would do, man, like I said, I would seriously suspend her. Like I said, get her replacement. I'll find a woman fresh out of college, fresh out of university, that's graduated with a bachelor's degree, who wants this type of job, who's gonna do a much better job and ain't gonna be biased. Because you gotta keep it professional. You gotta keep it fair. Because at the end of the day, man, a lot of these athletes and especially these coaches, they got family, they got children. See, when Malika talks about somebody like that in that regard, that's bad on their kids. Because now their kids got to hear other people call their daddy, right? Call their daddy a criminal. Your daddy is a rapist. All this other stuff, right? See, Brandon Miller got to go through that. with people portraying him a certain way because she brought up that man's past that he was innocent of. And see, that's another thing I don't like. Malika Andrews not thinking about Mike Bazul and Emi Udoka's family. They ain't thinking about their kids, their pops, their moms, right? She ain't thinking about their brothers, sisters, their aunties that could be watching this. They got to hear people talking about their people. Well, what is it? So this is what people got to understand. If you go in this profession, you got to be fair towards everybody. Now, people don't want you bringing up their past, but you got to think about people's kids. This is why I defend a lot of these athletes. I defend a lot of celebrities. This is why I defend somebody like Jay-Z. I defend these rap artists because they're entertainers. They're paid to do what they do. And when you're paid to entertain people, you paid to play these games. You want some respect. You want to be treated with the same type of respect as everybody else. So to be bringing up people's like past, bringing up people's like negative stuff that's already gone and forgotten about, you can't be doing that. Because then that's what it does, like it says a bad reputation. It paints a negative picture. It's like oftentimes you still get people that believe in Illuminati, and you keep saying these athletes and these entertainers are selling their soul, which is effed up because these people work very hard to get to where they are. You got these athletes and these coaches coming out the ghetto, man, struggling. You ain't had no food to eat. Their parents have to work 16 hours just to take care of them and their brothers and sisters. You got these people that's coming from houses where it's like 5 or 6 of them, 3, 4 people sleeping in one room. Not having enough, hardly no clean clothes on their back, trying to make it. Yeah, man, you got that going on, man. People got backgrounds where they struggle. And to them, this is their dream. They worked hard to be there. They work hard to get to the spotlight, to play professional sports. And this is why I went hard on Casino for Life, like I did. Because at the end of the day, LeBron James worked hard to get out of Akron. That man's mama raised him her whole life to get him to where he is. That man worked hard to earn his stats. He worked hard to win those championships, to get to the finals like he did. At the end of the day, despite how I feel about LeBron on the court, he still earned his accolades. So for Malika Andrews to be saying stuff about these people, man, especially with Brandon Miller, she owed him an apology. See, what Malika need to do is she need to go and issue a public apology. She didn't go on Instagram Live, go on Facebook, go on TikTok, and apologize to everybody she did wrong. That woman needs an intervention. I'm be honest. If I'm her husband, I'm going to make her apologize. She need to do the right thing. But again, it shows you who she's surrounded by. It shows you who she's hanging with. Y'all got to pay attention too. Malika Andrews is no different than Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris locked up a lot of black men behind weed that she does. But she's also married to a Caucasian man. That man most likely don't like black folks. And it's obvious. That means when Malika Andrews is at home, right, with her family, amongst her friends, primarily, a lot of them, and most of them ain't black, and they talk about black people. And they're perceiving them a certain way. So this is another thing you got to understand too, man. You are who you hang out with. Just like I'm on record saying people are who they subscribe to. You are who you hang out with. Like my pastor says, tell me who your 5 friends are. I'll tell you who you are as an individual. Yeah, that's the saying goes. Tell me who your 5 closest friends are, and I'll tell you who you are as an individual. Because Malika got no respect at all for people that work hard to get to where they grind. Even Udoka and Mike Bazul, they work hard to get to the coaching job. They had to become head coaches. They have to buy their time. And these are ex-NBA players themselves. Right? And even Luke Walton, there's some stuff on Luke Walton. There's things Luke Walton did that was dirty. But if you're not going to bring up Luke Walton's past, don't bring up these black men, these other coaches' past. Right? If you're not going to bring up Tyler Hero's past where he got drafted, why don't you bring up Brandon Miller's? See, this is what I'm saying. People got to be mindful about who they are. You got to be mindful of what you do. Because at the end of the day, a lot of these athletes have grind. They struggled. They got injured. Went through surgeries to get to where they are. And a lot of these people, they got kids. They got sons and daughters who they raising. They got kids who look up to them. So when you talk about people like that, you talk about somebody like that, and you perceive them a certain way, this is how they're going to be looked at in society, right? And all the good things these people have done, man, like, it's sad. But that's all I want to say, man. But yeah, Malika got to go. That's all there is to it. Malika Andrews must go. Or she's going to have to get suspended, and they have to find her and replace her. We got to find an intern. She got to get replaced. That's just all there is to it. And that's the only way ESPN go get back to be it. She got to go, man, because she is a problem. Because it's going to come a time where these athletes, a lot of these people ain't going to take her no more. These owners of these teams, these coaches, they going to get tired of her talking about their draft pick, their prospects, talking about their players like that. These teammates are going to have enough of that. They're going to start calling her out. Malika going to start getting them phone calls to ESPN, going to start getting phone calls from attorneys, coaches, right? Owners, and saying, we don't like Malika Andrews' attitude. We don't like the way she talked about such and such. And see, when that happens, they're going to have no choice but to remove her. So that's what's going to get ready to happen. One of these owners, whether it be Mark Cuban, whoever else, right? A head coach, they going to call her out. They're going to be like, they're going to contact ESPN and say, we don't like the way Mrs. Andrews is conducting business. We don't like the way she said about such and such background. Right? And even attorneys too, man. She got to be careful of that. Because there's certain attorneys that don't want things being discussed no more. They don't like you bringing up certain cases, stuff that's done already. Because there's people that have a disclosure agreement that you can side about to. It says you go talk about such and such case the way you'll talk about certain body's past. There's people that don't want that certain stuff being brought up. And I'm pretty sure the woman of Brandon Miller's case that he was in court for, they family don't want that brought up. That's what's going to happen. Somebody, she go talk about the wrong individual, and that person's family, they look at their attorney, their defense attorney, right, the lawyer, whoever else going to start complaining to ESPN, and they're going to say, we don't like how she conducted business, we want an open apology, or else we go take you to court, and then she gone. Then ESPN gets sued because of what the stuff she's doing. Then she'll change. That's the only way you're going to probably remove her. Is Malika Andrews going to be facing a situation where she gonna talk about the wrong person, and they're gonna complain about her about what she did, and they're gonna say, oh, we don't want her around no more. She bringing up certain such past, we got a problem with it, and we want her to issue an apology. And that's how ESPN will fix that. But anyways, y'all, man, I hope y'all have a blessed day, man. Just be aware of what y'all watch, and be aware of what's going on out here. I'm just drawing attention to it. Y'all take care. God bless.